I'm going to share today the 3 elements that I use to dry my filaments and to keep them dry. So first of all, to dry a filament, you actually need heat. You can't just use the silica packets. If your filament gets wet because it's been out in the atmosphere too much, you need heat, and circulating air is best. So a food dehydrator is your best bet. Get a used one or a new one. I like one that has the ability to set temperature and time. You could download different drying times, or I'll post them here for different materials. I just built up a cylindrical center area, and I use the same rings that come with the dehydrator for top and bottom, so it fits well. I could just put this one will fit up to 4 spools and tons of silica packs in there at a time. So I'll do all of my PLA together, all my ABS, all my PETG. Some materials are much more hygroscopic and absorb water than others. PLA is pretty stable, but it can get wet over time. PETG, ABS, Nylon, you really have to dry those out. Once that they're all dried, or when they're new, then you want to keep them in some kind of a bin. I use a large bin like this. It's sealed. It has a rechargeable dehumidifier. So this basically has the silica packs inside, silica material, and you have this strip here. When it's orange, it's dry. When the strip turns green, it means it's absorbed too much moisture. And all you have to do is pull this out, and on the other side is a plug. You plug that into an outlet until it dries again. Once that strip turns to orange, then it's ready to use. You put it back inside the bucket, and it'll keep all of your materials nice and dry. This one I call PETG and others. I have another for PLA. I put a little thermostat and humidity reader on there. And get them right here. Put it right on the lid, and you can see this one opens up and will hold generally at least, let me take off the top row, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, so 10 flat across the bottom. And then I put in smaller reels and half-used reels on the top. And when you clasp that down, it's hermetically sealed. And then I have this portable airtight container for materials that I use often that I don't want to be taking in and out of the box. I made this. I've learned a lot of lessons over time. Number 1, make sure that your outlets are high, not low. In the beginning, I made all of my holes low because I saw others were doing that. And it's just a pain to feed the filament through. You got to reach your hand in and get it through. When it's up high, it's easy to get. We'll open this up. You need to get a sealed container. Some people use cereal boxes. These Tupperware boxes are great. I just made these brackets that easily hold a PVC pipe. There it is. And this one I could bring right up to my machines. Right up to the machines and feed it in directly from there. I use this for my mass storage, and I use this to dry out my filament. I'll try to eventually provide links to all of the designs and where to get the components. I hope this is helpful. Remember, the silica packs, the dehumidifiers, are good for keeping your filaments dry, but they're not going to dry out your filaments once they've absorbed moisture from the atmosphere. You really need to create a dryer. Either use your oven or create a dryer.